Hey guys, Mike from Wild Education here. Just a quick video on the snake that came in yesterday late afternoon. This is one of the ones that was allegedly going to get killed if we didn't take it from this guy. He said he was going to cut them in half. So one of the issues he had is he said they were very aggressive and they were biting all the time and that. I don't know what was going on there because they haven't tried to bite us since I got them in. Now this one here, if it was a little temperamental, it is because if you look close here, it's got some, here I'll just hold her head for a second there, she's not like this too much. She's got, if you look at her eyes, it's called retained shedding. So basically, or retained eye caps. So basically, snakes shed, obviously, their skin dies and falls off. They grow new skin after or underneath. Now, on their eyes, they don't have eyelids. They have a clear scale that covers their eye. It's like having a pair of goggles on all the time. But when they shed, that scale is supposed to come off. So you can see here, there is a bunch of shedding stuck on its head, which hasn't come off, just because the conditions were a little bit too dry. They do need some degree of humidity or a moist hide box when they're shedding to help that skin come off properly. If they don't shed properly, you see the shedding does stick on them a little bit. And right now there are, whoops, there are some retained eye caps on each side. So basically what we need to do is put her in some water. We've got a tub of warm water here for her. We're going to put her in the water there, give her a soak for about 15-20 minutes. And then afterwards, the shedding on the head will probably most likely just fall off on its own. The eye caps might be a little bit trickier. You might have to rub and just try to get those off nice and gently. But yeah, we'll give her a soak and see how she does in about 15-20 minutes. Into the water. All right, so it's been a little over 20 minutes, so let's open it up and we'll take a look. Raina is my official camera girl today. So we'll open it up. Oh, she's fully underwater right now. So if you take a look, come look in here. You see her? So what we're going to do now, we will take her out of the water and move this over here. So now let's take a look at her head. Can you get it nice and close and see? Oh, see that eye? The scale already came off. So that eye's perfectly clear already, and that was just from soaking her. So we didn't really have to do anything on that side. But if you look at this side, there's a little bit still in there, but it's actually half off. So if you look, she's not letting me hold her right now very nicely, but if you look from the top, you can actually see the scale is actually coming off. So all we need to do is very gently, we'll go like this. She might bite me, I don't know. Yeah, like this. Can you see how it's coming off there? Do you see it in the video? Oh, there, it just popped off right there. So that is the scale that was over her eye.
And it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. And now you can actually see her eye a little bit better. So that is why she wasn't eating. And that's why she might have been a bit grumpy, because she basically had that right there, which is her eye scale or eye cap, which is a scale that covers and protects the eye. She basically had that covering her eye, so she couldn't really see very well, and it was probably pretty uncomfortable for her. So we'll just put that in the water like that. It will float around. And I'm just going to do a check just to make sure everything looks clear on her eyes. Everything looks clear. And there's just a little bit of shedding here. Oh, it'll just fall off on its own. Oh, here we go. So there's a little bit of shedding there. Do you see how it's coming off there? Right there. Pull it off there. All right, I think that's good. I mean, this little bit of shedding here and there on her skin, that's not too big of a deal, as long as it's not constricting right around her body. That will probably fall off on its own now that she's had a nice soak. Oh yeah, you can see under here, that's all coming off there. So that's good. So she'll have a little bit more of a soak, I think, and then that's going to fall off on its own. But the key things we wanted to get off were the eye scales so that she can see properly. And if you don't get the eye scales off in time, eventually they can start to hurt the eye. And if you get too many eye scales built up there, they can actually rupture the eyeball, and then you've got a blind snake with infections and all that. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on your snakes, make sure they're shedding properly, make sure the humidity is proper in there. And if you don't have a really humid enclosure, you can set up a moist hide box. Yeah, so there she is. She's all good to go. So this snake and the other one that came in yesterday will be up for adoption in the next few weeks. Now that she's got the eye caps off, hopefully she will start to eat, and yeah, she'll be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys.